My name is Stephanie Hall, and I believe that 2017's Lego Batman is the best Batman movie ever. Now, for some of you, that is an incorrect statement. You think that the best is Zack Snyder's or Tim Burton's, or maybe you're the one person who likes 1997's Batman and Robin. No matter your opinions, I will be proving you all wrong. But I'm nothing if not thorough. That is why I and a couple of friends that I forced into this
today we watched
will be watching
The Batman, released in 2022. It was directed by Matt Reeves.
There's 72
It
movies
was
that I
written
could find.
by Matt
Let's
Reeves
get
and
started.
Peter Craig, and produced by Dylan Clark and Matt Reeves again.
I
Anyway,
like Matt Reeves.
it stars Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, Jeffrey Wright, Andy Serkis, and Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell, that's his last name.
Yeah. Our audience tonight is Baylah,
Hello.
Quinn, Lauren,
Hello.
and Atticus.
Who's sleeping
He's
somewhere.
loafing.
He's a loaf. His birthday's next week, so...
Yeah, you guys won't be getting an episode on Atticus's birthday, but...
So, I'll get into a little bit of the plot. The film follows Batman, who's played by Robert Pattinson, who you might know from Twilight.
Gasp.
It follows him as he's in his second year of being Batman, as he attempts to find out, solve the mystery and riddles believed by a mysterious criminal, the Riddler. So,
I hate that.
it's like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours long.
It's literally like 2 hours and 56 minutes. It is a 3-hour movie,
Yeah,
which it could have been cut down to a 2-hour movie.
it could have.
Yeah, maybe an hour and a half.
Fun fact, they had like a scene that was supposed to be in the original film where it was like it included the Joker, and it was like Batman and Joker like had like a discussion about the Riddler.
Yeah.
And then they cut that out. They're like,
They cut that out instead of all the staring.
Yeah, and all the just standing there
Him being a weird little dude.
yeah.
and all the chase scenes.
This movie ends with the Riddler kind of like talking to what's meant to be the Joker at the end of the movie.
Barry
The Joker.
Keoghan. I'm going to mispronounce his last name. Love that man.
Apparently, they weren't sure about hiring him or like anyone to play Joker because they needed him to play the Joker, obviously in the future. But Barry Keoghan was very excited to do this, and they had to keep his role a secret. And so they told everyone that he was playing Stanley Merkley.
Fuck is that?
That's funny.
I don't
think
know.
It's a real person.
They're like
It's a made-up
they're
role.
like he's Stanley Merkel.
He's a funny guy. He's in a lot. He's been in movies with the guy that plays the Penguin, Colin Farrell. Sorry. He was in Banshees of Inisherin or something like that, and they both did very, very well. They both were nominated for Oscars, I think, for that, for supporting actor and lead actor, I believe. Ready for me to go on my thing?
Yeah. So
Okay, this is my favorite Batman movie. I am a huge Paul Dano fan. He is one of my favorite actors. Love the man. And it started with this movie.
So we actually saw this movie in theaters.
Yes.
Me and Baylah and a few of our other friends.
It was the first Batman movie that I had ever seen in theaters. And so far, the only one.
So fun fact: that same night that we went to go see The Batman, they were also playing Lego Batman at another theater. And I was like, "Can we let's turn in there." And they were
Did
like,
they come out on
"No, they
Why
were
were
just."
they just playing it?
They're playing it at that smaller theater that they sometimes like just do reruns of.
Kids movie. You know, like kids
not
get
come out
it
at the
for
same
like
time.
$5.
Okay, I was
you know?
really confused. I was like, my timelines are off of that. They came out at the same time.
Yeah. So they cast Robert Pattinson in 2019.
Oh my god.
They
shit.
started filming in January of 2020. They then halted filming in March because of COVID. And then they resumed later that year and concluded in Chicago of March of 2021. So
I kept thinking it looks like Chicago a little bit.
I know they filmed part of it in London, and I know that partially because Taylor Swift is currently filming a music video in London because of the Batman movie.
That's funny. Don't they film? See, I remember Paul Dano doing a
This
he
is
was
not a
doing
Paul Dano
no. I'm saying he
podcast.
did an interview where he's saying that they recorded it under the L train,
I don't know
which
what
is
an
I
L train-
believe it's in Chicago, and that's what
Yeah.
made me think it's Chicago.
Anyway, so this film hasn't been in like development hell, I'll just say, for a long time. because they started with Ben Affleck. They started planning for this movie with Ben Affleck as
Ew.
Batman in 2013.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Okay.
He signed on to direct, produce, co-write, and star in the movie.
Ben Affleck?
That's
And
too
he got-
much for one
Why did
man.
he get kicked out? Or did he leave?
Is it because he's
was-
an alcoholic?
He did leave because it was like a bunch of creative differences. And like in the time it took them to like develop the Batman that they had planned with Ben Affleck, he did 2 of the worst movies.
Which
That's a
movies?
very
I
good
mean,
point.
he did Batman vs. v Superman.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, this was supposed to be a continuation of that universe?
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
And then they
funny.
did the Justice League movies.
Oh, God.
Uh,
You're
Good
right. I'm
stuff.
glad you didn't direct
maybe
this
he
then.
was just a better actor.
Yeah.
well, he didn't direct those. He was just in them.
Yeah, we could have said no.
So, but he first dropped out from being the director of the movie, but was still going to star in it. And then he was just like, I don't like the creative direction this is going, and he dropped out of the entire film. Like, it was
I think
everything.
That's honestly a good call. 'Cause I don't think I would have wanted to see it if he had done it.
So,
I like Twink Batman.
Yeah.
Robert,
Angst Lord Batman.
I will say I know when this movie was like announced and they were like, Robert Pattinson's playing Batman, and a lot of people were like, why is he playing Batman?
I was one of those people.
He's a young man.
But I will also say, literally every person who has ever played Batman has received a ton of hate for because they weren't Batman enough to play Batman.
I want to know, is there ever an actor that will be everyone's perfect Batman?
Adam West.
Okay, Adam West.
George Clooney.
Okay, moving on.
He's my favorite, actually.
Love that Batman.
So, but
Michael Keaton.
they then brought on Matt Reeves, who,
What did he direct? It was it's something that's kind of good, isn't it?
so he
Tay-Tay-Tay.
directed Cloverfield.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he directed Dawn of Planet of the Apes and War for Planet of the Apes.
Never mind.
Cool.
Sorry about that, folks. I thought he was a good person. Never mind.
I've been told they're not terrible movies.
That's someone's opinion is wrong. Someone has lied to you.
I've never seen them, so I don't know.
This is one of those
Hey,
times that I'm saying you really
Woody
don't
Harrelson fucking nailed it.
need to. Good for him. Movies are shit. Sorry. Anyone that's a fan
You
of
want to see
those.
monkeys on horses with guns? What's wrong with you?
I can't say
And
what I
then,
was gonna say.
and then he directed Batman after that.
Yeah.
For
What if
natural progression.
I could no.
So, like, when he was brought on, people were, like, kind of shocked because, you know, obviously you had, what's this fuck?
I said,
Zack Snyder.
Okay, Zack Snyder.
they're
Yeah,
the same person to
because
me.
it's like you have Zack Snyder who, like, people, like, love to death for some reason. And
like his name.
then it's like you have Matt Reeves who's done Cloverfield, which is, you know, pretty good. And then you have the 2 Planet of the Apes movies. And so a lot of people are like, can this guy really do it? And then he did. Because this movie's really, it's good.
I don't.
Alright.
I think it's. I put it like pretty high, not pretty high up on the scale.
If Paul Dano was not in this movie,
If you take,
He
here's
did
the thing.
eat.
Paul
Left no crumbs.
Dano is on screen maybe a total of like 5 to 6 times, and he kills it all. But whenever you take that out, I'm not put it. Lego Batman is better. This is one of those times I will admit that Lego Batman is better than this movie.
I don't know.
I'd
Well,
rather rewatch this movie than Lego Batman because at least I can sleep through this movie.
it is so dark. This is my 3rd time watching it, and I finally did not fall asleep watching this movie.
See, this is my 5th time watching it all the way through, never missing a beat.
Fucking brag.
I love this movie.
very dark. I was very
So
sleepy.
dark.
It's very long. But it's like,
15 hours.
Batman.
I'm glad we got
Riddler.
clarification on
I
that.
like that this movie, it makes Bruce Wayne's a loser in this movie.
He's a
I love
fucking
it.
loser.
He has a stupid haircut.
He is an incel.
He wears fucking combat boots everywhere.
He's
He
got his
can't
little-
get the girl.
his little edgelord.
Okay, he could get the girl. He's
She
just too
left.
Stupid.
Yeah, you're right.
He
He's
was
too
he was
stupid.
like what's a woman?
She
He was so
kissed him,
scared.
like 8 times, and he was like, "What?"
I'm so confused right now.
She's got autism.
God.
I don't
No,
know.
but I'll have to. I believe that Paul Dano is, and I'm not doing the Paul Dano thing. He is making this version of the Riddler autistic, I believe, because he's writing comics about it. And
Yeah,
I
let's
think
go
that's
into
really
that.
cool.
Why is he writing comics?
They asked him to. It's with the DC company that does the comics, and I think he just wanted to kind of develop his version of the Riddler more because of its success.
Why does he just do everything?
I don't
This
know.
movie was successful.
The Riddler.
Oh,
This
it
was
yeah.
It was. It had a budget of about $200 million, and it
Fucking
got
Christ.
$770.9 million.
I don't
This
deserves it.
got
In box
me-
office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because this was the first time a lot of people like our age were old enough to go see a Batman movie in theaters. I wasn't old enough to go see Batman in theaters, like the Dark Knight movies.
I wish
Yeah,
I
we
did
were.
see this in theaters.
Okay, my parents didn't let me go to those movies. I personally was not allowed to go to those.
Loser.
Yeah?
Wait, did you see Joker in theaters?
No.
I did. That movie was
My
fucking.
father.
Oh, that was so
I
funny.
My father intimidated the doorman into letting us in because we were underage.
That's
Uh,
funny.
Speaking more about what the original script, it was involved. Ben Affleck was, writer, wanted to do everything
I'm
for this
going to
movie.
ignore
I
Sorry.
think he should have played every character.
I have no clue who
One
Ben
man
Affleck
show.
is.
What the fuck?
He looks like
He
he's-
just married Jennifer Lopez for some fucking reason.
I don't know who that man is.
Yeah,
Ben
he's.
Affleck?
I have
Uh-huh.
never seen that man before.
Oh
in my
yeah,
life.
bitch. They
I'll
just
be-
got married.
I'll be honest. My only idea of what Ben Affleck really is just like I always assumed he was associated with Affleck.
That's
dog?
what I've been thinking this entire time.
He
Wasn't
has this whole shtick with Matt Damon.
Oh God, no wonder
That's
I hate
not a
him.
good sign.
What have
So,
you been in?
Anyway,
They're friends.
Oh no.
but
And he
they
keeps trying to stick on Jimmy Kimmel or some shit.
okay. Well,
Wasn't he married to
apparently
Julia Roberts?
they had finished the first draft. It was Affleck and this guy named Geoff Jones. And they finished the first draft for this movie in March 2016.
It's Jeff.
And it's
How's it spelled?
Geoff.
Jeff.
Jeff.
No.
Jeff
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah.
Joff.
Jeff.
Probably Joff.
Anyway, it was meant to be set after the events of Batman vs. Superman and Justice League. In Affleck's version, it wasn't his second year of being Batman. But this movie is his second year of being Batman.
When was that established? Was that
It
like?
was on a notebook that he was on his diary.
Oh, it was in his diary. I
yeah,
can't
it
fucking
said
read
year
that.
2, October.
It had some like painter's tape on it that he wrote year 2 on.
What a fucking
Loser.
loser. Oh, fucking diary.
I would love nothing more than to read what they wrote.
But apparently, in the original script, it was set in Arkham Asylum mostly, and it featured Deathstroke, who is
Ooh.
I would say he's a super villain, but he's not really, I would say, like as well known by the general public.
He was in one of those things we watched recently, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he debuted in the New Teen Titans #2
Oh,
in
Batman
1980.
Ninja.
So he's kind of a newer one, but it was basically this guy orchestrates a breakout in Arkham City, in Arkham what?
Asylum.
Yeah, in Arkham Asylum, and just like it was just gonna be a bunch of villains fighting.
Hell
I love
yeah.
it. That's pretty much what Ninja Batman was.
But in ancient Japan.
Obviously.
Hey,
Of course.
Stephanie, would you like to tell the audience what your brother said
Oh
earlier
yeah,
this
I
week?
found out my brother listens. My brother and his wife both know about this podcast, and his wife has listened to part of the first episode.
Hell yeah.
And in his personal opinion, Batman Ninja is the best.
Ninja Batman.
Ninja Batman is the
Hello.
best Batman.
In what
He's
fucking
wrong.
universe?
Has he seen any of the other Batmans, perchance?
Yeah, I think I don't know what he's seen.
This is a bold opinion I'm about to say, but I think Lego Batman is better than Ninja Batman.
Yeah.
Anyway, but apparently in the original Batman script, Batgirl was going to make an appearance.
Oh, that would be cool.
Barbara.
Okay.
So I want to see who they would cast as Batgirl, because I like the casting for these movies.
Emma Stone.
That
Zendaya.
Honestly,
Fuck yeah.
I'd pay to see that.
Okay.
Actually, that would be really well cast.
But I will say, so I've not seen Batman v Superman yet, just because I refuse to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, no,
And-
I think you gotta
But
watch
apparently, Robin's death was hinted at in that movie, which I did not know,
it. I don't
and they were
remember
going to explore it more in this film.
I want
I
to
don't
see
know,
who
that
they would
was a
cast
wild ride.
as Robin.
Isn't that the one with Jesse Eisenberg?
I would pay money. No, I take it back. I'm gonna bet money on the fact that if they were to cast a Robin for this movie, it would be fucking Timothy Chalamet.
That would be so
Ew!
funny.
No!
Think about
Tom
Holland.
Holland.
That would be so funny. God.
Wait, no.
Yassify the cast.
One of those Stranger Things kids. I've only seen
Finn
season
Wolfhard.
I've only seen season 1, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
no,
issue.
Stephanie,
It's
you
the
gotta
same
finish it.
energy. It's the same energy as Timothy
Yeah,
Chalamet.
yassified Robin. Well, he's already kind of gay, but they're making him like straight gay. You know what I
Like
mean?
this entire movie is kind of yassified Batman, in my opinion. So I think that there would be like some type of one of those actors who play Robin.
See, I don't know how my parents want and my brother like they want to listen to this podcast, but how am I supposed to explain to them what yassification means?
They can Google it.
Just say, look it up. Yeah.
And then that would set up the Batman film. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh
It's like
yeah,
Spider-Man.
we were talking about during the Batman because the ending is really vague as to whether or not the Riddler knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
I think he knows and he just doesn't want to say it.
I don't
wants
think
to
he
keep fucking with
knows.
them.
Yeah, I thought he knew when I watched it the first couple of
I
times.
don't think he does.
But
So we're split 50-50.
they want to be
this.
besties, and I think he wants to
Yeah.
like remain besties.
I
you know?
think it would be really funny if, like, in the next movie, whenever that is, if it's just the Riddler finding out that Batman is Bruce Wayne, and it's just like him throwing the biggest tantrum in the world.
Yeah, he's gonna be
God.
heartbroken if he finds
Yeah.
out.
He goes to his wall and he takes down a picture that's just a Photoshop photo of him and Batman, and he's just like,
because,
crumbles it.
here's the thing. So what is Riddlebat? I think is the name.
Oh,
of
what?
I think that's the name of the ship between Batman and Riddler, like Riddlebat or something like that.
I
think
don't want
any
that.
ship with Batman is
Riddler.
just
Paul
Bat
Bat.
something.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what there was like a resurgence in fan art after this movie came out. Because the Riddler doesn't want Batman to die, it seems. He just really loves him. And
That's
I
like
love
all
that.
of the villains.
He did
Well,
love-
Joker is like, I want you to die, Batman, but also please don't. I love you.
They all try to kill Batman. Okay.
And it's all
I-
my Maria.
Hated the ending to this movie. I hated it the first time I saw it. I've hated it every single
Oh,
time. And the issue is whenever I try to explain why I hate it, I sound stupid. I don't get why he goes from being like the serial killer type to being a domestic terrorist, leading this like little mini cult that he has.
Society.
Oh, that's
It's-
not what
yeah.
I had a problem with. I didn't like the flare scene. Just kind of.
Yeah,
I just didn't
I
like
don't know,
how
I
he
think
walked
I
in
think
the
that was just
water.
for
I
cinematic
don't know.
part.
I thought I got it. I thought it was fine because like Riddler gave me strong like he was on like the 4chans.
Yeah.
He
And,
doesn't
like,
seem like a
He was on
leader.
Reddit. You
That
know.
man is
Okay.
not a leader.
That man died deep in Twitter.
Okay, and neither is the man on like 4chan and Twitter that tells you that like, oh, women these days don't like nice men.
Ow!
And then they-
Yeah,
Oh,
he's an
yeah,
Andrew
a
Tate
little bit.
stan,
This,
but also gay.
yeah, I 100% think that this
Well, that's why he's
Riddler is
watching Andrew
gay.
Tate because he doesn't want to be gay.
Mm.
Good point. I do. Man,
If
Okay.
if he was not played by Paul Dano,
if he was,
John
here's the issue.
that's what you need to get past your Paul Dano
It's gonna be a good
roadblock.
scare.
Because
Okay.
and I love Paul Dano, and I
The
feel
Riddler.
so bad saying this. You have to be a certain level of pathetic to be the Riddler.
I could be the
I
Riddler.
think you should watch the trilogy.
We will get
because
there.
Let me tell you, Cillian Murphy
Is he in it?
pathetic in those movies.
Is he? I didn't
Wait,
know
isn't
was
he
in this.
actually Scarecrow?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid.
I didn't know. I've never seen them, so I did not know that.
I
I
was
didn't
just
know who Cillian
playing
Murphy
it back
was.
through my mind, and you said pathetic, and I was like, oh shit, it actually is
Okay,
Killing
yeah.
Murphy.
Here, I'll show you a picture.
I've seen the
Excellent
trilogy.
casting.
I know what he looks like. I
Oh.
just didn't know his name.
Oh yeah.
I should have casted that movie.
Peaky Blinders.
Here's a funny story I would like to read.
Stupid.
Apparently, after Batman vs Superman, which is arguably the worst film to come out in the past, DC started rethinking a lot of their superhero films, and so the Batman got sidelined. So they could like figure out what they needed.
I wish he got more sidelined.
And then So Ben Affleck stepped down from being director in January of 2017. Then they hired Matt Reeves as the director. Warner Brothers sent him the script for the Ben Affleck's Batman. And he felt that Affleck's take, while, quote, totally valid, was not the film he wanted to make. Which is basically him way of saying it sucked ass, but not wanting to be rude.
Yeah. You're very valid, but
Oh.
no.
He said, that's not quite what I'm looking for.
So he was like, he would join if he could like have some creative control over the script.
He said,
Anyway.
That's just 'cause
Walk
I
on
make up.
campus right now.
Anyway,
Finals week, baby.
so Matt
I'm gonna
Reeves
shit
was
my
like,
pants. Don't say
Matt
that.
Reeves was essentially like, this script kind of sucks. Can I make my own? And they were like, you know what? Yeah, you got better ideas.
And he wrote a 5-hour movie that they had to cut down to 3 hours and it's still too long.
Sweet.
So
Jesus.
long.
So he was hired on, and he asked if he could push back working on the Batman so that he could finish working on War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, why is this
God.
in such a long time period?
Mind you,
We
they
never
started
knew.
planning for this movie in 2013. It didn't come
Yeah.
out till 2020. That's
How
9
old were we?
years
We were-
in development.
I was 10 years
hell.
old.
And he wanted to cast a younger actor to play Batman.
And they landed on.
Robert Pattinson.
He's like 30
Love
of the
that,
casting
right?
of this movie.
Very young.
Well,
Except Robert Pattinson.
no, I think Robert Pattinson was great. He looked like an absolute loser, and I love
And that's
Yeah.
what I like in my Batman. It's just fucking weird, scrawny little virgins on Reddit.
I want a man who does not look like he's fucked.
I want a pure man.
Oh, God.
I want a man who looks like
From scene in the beginning where Batman takes his weird spy camera contacts out of his eye with his grubby ass hands.
That he didn't wash.
He didn't wash them.
And it's like all of us wear glasses and contacts in here, so
it was
You know what?
nasty.
I think he's rich enough that it doesn't matter what physical harm he puts himself through. He can just pay to get it fixed.
Also, Alfred almost dies. So
but
I didn't like Alfred in this movie. I think
really,
it was a bad cast.
I would have liked to see
you
him
didn't like
older.
Gollum as well. I mean, it's supposed to be a younger Batman.
I
Well,
like
I
an
know,
old,
but-
decrepit.
He
On the
was-
verge of
I will
death.
say, when I first saw this
Alfred.
movie, I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. And then,
I remember seeing this movie with Stephanie, and we got into the car, and there was a solid 5 minutes of Stephanie being like, "Oh my God, Alfred was so hot in this movie."
No.
Oh, yeah, don't deny it.
I
It
know.
happened.
No. I found horrible, wonderful news.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
So obviously our two big characters are Bruce Wayne and the Riddler.
Yes.
a Rizzler.
If you will.
Rizzler. Oh no, what are you? No.
Matt Reeves, who wrote and directed this movie, took inspiration for Batman / Bruce Wayne from Kurt Cobain.
Is that why you? Move on?
No.
And for the Riddler, he took inspiration for the Zodiac Killer.
Ted Cruz.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Don't look at my computer screen.
What? No, I just happened to see a picture of the Zodiac Killer
It just
picture.
seems about right.
And that I can't read the words. That's upsetting. I mean, it makes sense actually.
That's where we're going to end it.
Yes.
That
today.
makes-
Wait, I have a comment.
Yes.
If you plan on doing a drinking game with this movie, I recommend taking a shot every time he says vengeance.
Yeah.
That'll be enough. Anytime vengeance is said.
Yeah, it's 6 times, by the way.
So
You
6
counted
shots
it?
in 3
Yes,
hours.
I did, because I
That's
have
okay.
may have may
that
not have
won't
done this.
kill you.
Do
You'll be
that.
fine.
Yeah.
Before we end this, I would like to tell you to go check out the Batman soundtrack because it, first of all, is great. But second of all the titles are great.
There's only one song.
No, there's Ave Maria, but
Oh yeah, I was thinking about Nirvana.
there's
Something.
the first song that plays. There's Can't Fight City Halloween, Mayoral Ducting. It's Raining Vengeance. Don't be voyeur with me.
Oh.
Who fucking named these?
I'm reading
was
these
named by-
now.
It was all composed and named by Michael Giacchino.
Please, Penguin of Guilt. Riddles everywhere. Meow and you and everyone we know.
This is like when they try to make me name my art assignment, and I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Perfect murder.
For all your Pennyworth, are you a Kinsey or a Can't-see?
I'm a Kenzie. Fucking love him.
The Great Pumpkin Pie.
What the fuck? I get it, guys.
A Bat in the Rafters Part 1 and 2. A Batch True Calling.
I wish they would have just done part 1, part 2. They didn't need to do all this.
It was a very silly movie.
We love, anyway.
It's good.
And on that note, we're going to end it and go to sleep. Thank you so much for listening. Check us out in the future and on our social medias. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Baylah.
I'm Quinn.
I'm Lauren.
And we will see you next time. Peace out.
Thank you for listening to Lego Batman is the Best Batman, and here's why. Editing is done by Stephanie Hall. Featured music is Shady Business by David Renda. Sound effects are from Pixabay. To listen to more episodes, you may check us out on Spotify. New episodes are uploaded every other Friday. Check us out on Instagram at The Best Batman or on Twitter at LBITBBAHW, or just search up The Best Batman on Twitter. For more information, you can check us out online at smhall02.wixsite.com/thebestbatmanpodcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.